When you have to create a rectangle, you always have a choice between creating a shape or creating a frame. As for me, I see only two options to choose: a shape, not a frame. The first one is when you know that you will use Boolean operations with your rectangle. You will extract something from it and so on. The second one is when you are sure that this rectangle will remain just a rectangle without any content inside of it. So if you want to create, for example, a button. Button is usually some rectangle with some text inside. So in this case, I suggest you to use a frame, because you will have much more options using frame that are not available to the shapes. There are some of them, but the most important is probably auto layout. These options allows us to create all those complicated banners in minutes, and this is one of the main building point of the whole Figma process that we use to create banners fast. We'll cover it later, of course, but for now I suggest you to use frames instead of shapes if you want to create rectangles that have some content inside of it. And let's see how this works in practice. So let's create some rectangles and some shapes. The first will be a rectangle. I'll make it like this. And the second one will be frame. Approximately the same. And now I want to create a button. For example, what is button? Is a rectangle with a text on it. For example, like this. I want to put it into the middle, and I will copy paste it here. What's the difference? The difference is that I can use several options for the frame, and one of the most important is auto layout. We will cover it later, but let's see how it works right now. So let's make a group of these two objects to use them more handy. Okay, this will be button from shape, and this will be button from frame. And let's send them the same color. For example, fill it with our orange or our, is it, yellow, and do the same with this one. Okay, so we have two similar buttons. What's the difference? The difference appears when we want to change something. For example, we want to change this text. Click here now. You see, okay, let's set this to auto width. Click here now. Okay, and if we want this button to look good, we have to adjust it manually to do something like this, then to do something like this, and then we have to find the center, and it looks like this. But when we use the frame and we use auto layout, we can just type it, and as you see, it goes there. It adjusts to our text, and we don't have to do all these manipulations manually. We will use this this tool a lot, but just for now I will leave you with this information.